right, good evening. Thank you guys for coming out. My name is Nathan Bobb, and I'm the director of Travelport Labs Accelerator. We're really excited to share with you tonight the 4 teams graduating our program. Being an entrepreneur is difficult, and the people that choose that path possess a particular kind of energy that's really exciting to be around and a lot of fun to bring into a corporate environment, to say the least. And the teams that are going to be presenting tonight over the past 16 weeks have just demonstrated tremendous hustle. And it's evident in the fact that every one of them has got a significant traction story to tell tonight. So let me get into the format a little bit, and then I'll get off stage and we can get this thing going. So we're going to have mentors come up and introduce the teams. Then one of the founders will take the stage, present for 5 to 7 minutes their pitch, and then in between pitches, we're really fortunate to have tonight with us alumni. We've got founders from the teams that graduated our class last time, and they're going to come up and give you a quick update on what's happened to their companies since leaving the program in the summer. And we'll rinse and repeat. We'll do that 4 times, then we'll open up the bar. If you have questions for the founders, jot them down if you would, and then track the founders down at the reception. And we'll all be here till 9 or 10 o'clock. Happy to answer your questions, exchange contact info that goes for the Travelport staff as well. Thank you all again for coming out. Really, really appreciate all the support from the Denver, Boulder entrepreneurial community. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here.
All right. Okay, so I'm first. How fun is this? Thank you, everyone, for being here. It's awesome, so exciting. So I have had a sneak preview of every single company that's going to be up on stage tonight, and I guarantee you this is not going to be a waste of your time. This is going to be awesome. They are so, so good, and I'm so proud, and I haven't even seen them pitch in a few weeks, so I know I'm going to be surprised too. And I'm here to announce the first company, but before I begin, I'll talk a little bit about myself. My name is Krista, and I work for eBags. I'm curious, has anybody heard of eBags here? Okay. Oh, good. It's either like, wait, you work for eBay? But eBags is a Colorado company. We've been around for 17 years. We still consider ourselves a startup. We have grown to be the largest e-commerce platform for all things travel, so any type of travel gear you need for any trip. So check us out. Before eBags, I actually was an entrepreneur, and I started my own travel company in Denver. Name of the company is Using Miles, and was in the Techstars incubator up in Boulder. And learned a ton from that experience, and with a small army, managed to raise some money, grow it to a team of 25, and then eventually sold it. So I am a product of lots of mentoring, and it's the only reason that I got to where I was in Using Miles and where I am today. So it's really fun to be on the other side and be mentoring some of these companies tonight. So thanks for having me. So the company that I am going to be talking about tonight is called Wolo, and I may be biased, but I think it's the best name out of all 4. Wolo stands for...
We only live once.
We only live once. How cool is that? It's amazing. But the concept behind Wolo is even better. Wolo helps companies reward their employees with experiences they actually give a shit about. And I can say shit because I'm not raising money. So, but it's anything. It's travel, it's learning experiences, it's education, it's fitness, it's personal growth. Anything that is on your bucket list, Wolo helps companies connect their employees with. So when I was meeting with the companies, this one really resonated with me because I was like, oh my God, like personally, this is so cool, and this really helps solve a large dilemma for my company. Case in point, I've got props. So, over the holidays, I got a Christmas present from my company. No judgment, I like where I work. Hopefully there are no e-baggers here. And it was a gift certificate to a restaurant that I've never heard of and a dog calendar. And, you know, guys, I know there's a lot of dog lovers out there. I don't own a dog. I'm sure, I know they're great. But, you know, the dog calendar got recycled, and this I'll probably maybe eventually use or lose. My husband, who works for a technology company, his Christmas gift was a gift certificate to Cabela's, which, hey, I've heard it's a great place, but we don't hunt, we don't own guns, we don't fish. So this will probably be re-gifted to my brother. So these companies tried to hit the mark and they missed. And this is why we need Wolo. This is why, guys. So I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I was so excited about this company that I immediately brought it to eBags. And I'm not going to spoil all the fun because Mike's going to tell you more about that. But this is a killer company, and I'm so excited to be part of it. And bringing Mike to the stage.
Yo, dressed in a digital skull, sitting in the bar. The words that I used to be all people applaud. Now watch how the brother adapt, fill in the gaps, perhaps I played the block until the curve collapsed.
As human beings, we bring our whole selves to work, and we bring our whole selves home. That's why we think this notion of work-life balance is really just a bunch of bullshit. Thankfully, companies that truly value their employees are starting to acknowledge that fact. And when they do, it should come as no surprise that their employees feel more connected to the organization and they stay in their current jobs. What might come as a surprise, however, is just how much it costs when they don't get it right. $1 million. That's how much voluntary employee turnover is estimated to cost an average 100-person company every year. Now imagine how big that number gets when you look at industries like sales, engineering, or manufacturing, where retention rates are attrition rates are twice the average. Not only is the number astronomical, but it means that 1 out of every 3 employees at these companies will be gone by the end of the year. Now, we obviously can't prevent every single employee from leaving their job, but recent studies have revealed some pretty interesting insights. For one, active recognition programs have been shown to drive significantly lower employee turnover, up to 23%. What's more, employees who take most or all of their vacation time are better performers, they're more productive, and they're more satisfied in their jobs than those who do not. And so we uncovered an interesting way that Wool can solve this huge retention problem facing HR managers today, as well as a huge market. HR and retention teams are spending an estimated $97 billion a year on this fragmented market. Yet most of their programs fail to connect with employees or actually make them feel valued. And we can't blame them, given that most recognition programs look like sending your valued employees to the Olive Garden for all-you-can-eat breadsticks. Wolo solves this retention problem by creating culture and community around employee bucket lists. And we use these lists to drive meaningful rewards, recognition, and engagement on a single platform. That's how we buck the Olive Garden trend, by helping companies recognize their employees with things they actually care about. Because we want to stop this and create this. So how do we do it? Well, first off, on Wolo, there's something for everyone. Whether it's making the most of vacation time, doing your first color run, pursuing a personal passion like learning a new language, furthering your career, or just finding fun local experiences that bring teams together. With our platform, it's easy to search, browse, and get inspired to create awesome bucket lists. This includes both smaller aspirations that can be accomplished on a weekend, as well as once-in-a-lifetime trips that they'll be talking about for years to come. Once we collect these lists, we connect employees with their colleagues across teams, across departments, and across offices to ask questions, share advice, and increase engagement. We also empower employees to recognize their peers for embodying company values and for going above and beyond their day-to-day. And all of these rewards go to helping employees get one step closer to booking that Machu Picchu trip and experiencing the things in life that they're most passionate about. Now, I've told you how we make it easy for companies to accomplish and appreciate their employees. This actually leads to really positive and measurable ROI in terms of improved retention. But we can also do a couple of other cool things, like create awesome PR and make it easy for companies to attract top talent in competitive industries and competitive geographies. And we're really excited to announce that we have 2 awesome companies that are ready to pilot Wolo. Both eBags, the #1 e-commerce platform for all things travel, and Essence, the global agency running all of Google's ad campaigns, understand the importance of investing in culture and people and how Wolo can help them do it. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to forget to tell you how we make money. It's pretty simple. Companies that use our platform pay an annual subscription per employee. But where we make most of our money is by commissions from actually fulfilling the travel and bucket list experience bookings for our users. And all of this wouldn't be possible without our awesome team. Not only are we passionate bucket listers, but we've got extensive experience in both tech and startup space. I'm Mike Swisher, co-founder and CEO, with 5 years experience leading digital strategy for innovative brands like Intuit and Method. We've got Ray Collins, my co-founder and CTO, who has led enterprise software and data integration projects, leading to tens of millions of dollars of profits for companies like Sony, TE, and Bausch & Lomb. And we've got Andres Abed, with over 5 years experience building web applications and travel social networks. We're Wolo, and we're looking for investors, customers, and partners to join us in creating awesome company cultures that empower their employees to make the most out of life. If you're interested, come talk to us afterwards, or feel free to reach out via email, because after all, we only live once, right?
I'm Neil from PickThrive, and Keith's hopefully holding the slides there. So, little update, we were in the last cohort. We're a photo and video platform for tour and activity operators. We make it really simple and easy for them to sell more photos and video and turn social sharing into new bookings and reviews. So, just giving a little history, we started the company, just my brother and I, Keith back there, while traveling, and realized there was this big hole. So then we built up a product, we got accepted into Travelport's Accelerator, and it took our business to another level. Here we are. So then after graduating, we moved back to Vancouver, and we started a boy band. So we've now hired, we've got employees, there's 2 of them there. We just hired a 3rd. Our team's growing, and we're looking for more. We've got companies throughout the world doing everything from where we started in Whitewater to Zipline. We signed up a manatee tour last week and doing a whole bunch of activities throughout the world. And then we also care a lot about our customers, and we're having fun doing it. So, for instance, Royal Gorge Rafting and Zipline, this summer, we helped increase their photo sales by 25%. We increased their TripAdvisor reviews by 30%, and we saved them over 150 man-hours just in 1 month. But we also care about the environment too. So we're now also proud to announce that we are a member of the Global Initiative for 1% for the Planet. This is this is a global initiative where businesses understand the necessity for basically saving the world, ensuring that it's there. We understand that our profits and losses are directly tied to the world's health. So we're, and everybody else that's part of this global initiative, give 1% of our annual sales to environmental organizations. And we believe that whoever's running a travel company in here should be doing the same. So thanks, everybody.
That's a hard act to follow, Neil. So I'm Lawrence Hester. I'm the CEO of Fair Harbor. We are a reservation platform for tour and activity companies, and we're partnered with Neil. I thought working with Neil last year was going to be as good as it gets. It was my first interaction with a real Canadian. And then, this year I had the opportunity to actually mentor French Canadians, a whole other group of Canadians, my God. They've really impressed me. For any of you that ever have the choice to work Canadians or French Canadians, sorry, Neil, it's French all the way. So I've had a great chance to hang out, meet the Stay 22 guys. We're going to get up and talk. And I don't want to do their whole pitch for them, but I will say this. From day one, they've incredibly impressed me. I'm a big fan of lean startup, bootstrap revenue. And when I met these guys, they were already making money. And they were already thinking about how they were spending that money. It was such a surprise in today's startup world to meet somebody who came into an accelerator and said, holy shit, I've already got cash flowing in. What should I do? Meeting Hamed and Andrew over the past few months has just been incredible. And to watch them go through these entrepreneurial roller coasters has also been amazing. I got to be there when, in fact, I was actually the one who told them, Ticketmaster's probably not going to be your first customer. And my God, they rebounded from that incredibly well. So without further ado, I'd love to intro Hamed, who's going to really do Stay 22 some justice and tell you all why they are going to be the premier platform for accommodations when you're booking your next event.
Thank you, Lawrence, for this amazing intro and very flattering. So everyone, I'm Hamed. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Stay 22, and we make it easy for event organizers to provide places to sleep for their attendees. Let me show you how with a quick example. South by Southwest. Each spring, over 80,000 people flock to Austin, Texas for their music, film, and interactive festival. To help with lodging, South by Southwest has a travel and accommodation team working year-round dedicated to build hotel relationships. They then publish these hotels on their website for the attendees' convenience. Just to give you a rough idea of how important their job is, last year, over $40 million was spent on accommodations alone in just these 10 days. And their travel team knows that, which is why they recommend their attendees to book way in advance, at least 6 months earlier, leaving most event goers with little to choose from and skyrocketing rates, or even worse, reconsidering if they should go to the event at all. Organizing and finding accommodation for 80,000 people is almost an impossible task. So, for all their hard work, all year round, South by Southwest makes a grand total of nothing. That's right. They don't get to keep a single penny from these $40 million of hotel sales. Yet they still do all that because it matters. And is a big part of having a great attendee experience. Now, what if once these hotels are sold out, we give them the ability to showcase more accommodations in just 5 minutes? And I'm not talking about a few more accommodations. I'm talking about every possible accommodation out there. And cash in some serious monies while they're at it. And that's where Stay 22 comes in. Right after an attendee purchases their ticket, Stay 22 pops out with a map of all short-term rentals and nearby hotels around the venue. You get to instantly see how far away from the venue you will be and the easiest way to get there. Whether you're walking, biking, Ubering, and yes, of course, if you're planning to use public transportation. The dates are automatically pre-filled based on the purchased ticket. We then give you the choice to filter within your budget and the amount of people you want to sleep with. And we've just added a new feature that tells you more information about the neighborhood you'll be staying in. Things like, is there nightlife? Is it LGBT friendly? What kind of other activities can I do there? The entire process from beginning to end is super simple and painless. And all for the same prices you would get if you were to go to Expedia or Kayak. Oh, by the way, pro tip alert, hotels actually pay out the most commissions in the travel industry, up to 20% of the total booking price. We then split that between us and our partner. Between business conferences, sporting events, and festivals, there are about 15 million of them hosted each year. These are the numbers that are being spent on accommodations only. In fact, $295 billion is more than half of the global hotel market size. This means that half of the travelers aren't staying there for leisure purposes, but for a reason. and that reason happens to be for an event. Now, we've been busy during our time at Travelport. Just last week, for the first time ever, we've generated over $25,000 worth of bookings. Thank you. That's per week, not per month, not per year. And growing at 17% week over week, adding more and more partners. Partners like ESL, short for Electronic Sports League. They host 60,000 attendees each year for their gaming-related tournaments. And that's just one partner. We have many other partners from all across the world. Events like growth hacking conferences, art exhibitions, concerts, and trade shows, just to name a few. And I'm super excited to announce that we said I do to our first wedding platform. Thank you. Joy signs up 175 weddings each day. That's 5% of the whole wedding market already in the bag. This is an enormous opportunity. But honestly, we're just getting started. Our solution works everywhere. We've had inbound interest from bus ticketing companies, online travel agencies, event aggregators, and even reporters who use Stay 22's widget to write about how expensive it is to find a place to stay at South by. Now, I'm super thankful and amazed at how the stars aligned to get our team together. This isn't our first rodeo. I previously co-founded a vacation rental meta search startup, raised some capital, grew to a team of 10, and built a real product. Andrew here, my co-founder, has years of experience in the ticketing industry and a master's degree in sales and hustling. His dictionary at home does not contain the word no. He literally ripped that page off. This is the no page. Stay 22 has a big vision, a team that can execute, and a product that just works. So, if you're interested in changing the way hotels are being booked for events, please come and chat with us afterwards. Seriously, I'll be hiding here. We're pretty shy people. Please come approach us.
Hi everyone, I'm David, the CEO of Assembler. Assembler is a marketplace which is redefining the corporate meetings and event space by making it as easy to book your meeting or event online as it is to book a hotel room. First of all, huge congratulations to everybody who successfully graduated from the Travelport Accelerator program. I'm hoping it was as big a success for you as it was for us. Now, since we graduated, we were keen to make sure that we built upon the momentum that we gained during the program, and we've done exactly that. We've expanded upon our relationship with Travelport, and in the coming months, we're teaming up with one of their recently acquired businesses, Locomote. This partnership will see Assembler become the world's first marketplace to offer corporate meeting and event bookers the ability to search, select, and book event venues, suppliers, flights, and accommodation, all within one portal. In addition to expanding our relationship with Travelport, I'm really excited to announce that we've secured an agreement with one of the world's largest travel management companies, ATPI. Thanks very much everybody and have a great demo day.
So, I'm not on, I am on. I don't know how everybody's feeling right now, but I'm feeling pretty fucking amazing. I'm sorry. I know swearing is inappropriate, especially for an English person, but let's be honest. What we're doing here is really special. And I think the people that are here and presenting today should feel super proud. I mean, I'm just amazed even by the people presenting. I mean, this is great, right? So I'm Jason Nash. I have the great honor of leading this team. Nathan Bobbin, the whole team. I could start calling them out, Rob, but it's too much.
The reality is that what we're trying to do here is recognize that Travelport, and for those of you in the room, if you work at Travelport, can you just raise your hand for me for one moment? Okay, there's a few of you here. We've historically been seen in the industry as a dinosaur, right? A sort of, 40-year-old company trying to figure out where we fit in the world going forwards. Well, one of the things that we've done recently in the last couple of years is to invest in this program, to invest in new people, new ideas, and people who have passion and energy. Not just people externally, which is what this event today is about, but also about our own people in Travelport. And we have an internal program with people that have gone through the same process today, and unfortunately, they can't stand on stage and be here because of legal things that get in the way of that. But ultimately, we have a bunch of people in Travelport as passionate and as empowered as the guys that are on stage to hear, and I want to kind of call those guys out as well as part of this. I cannot tell you personally how proud I am to be the person that represents this program and the great work that everybody is doing here today. I feel humble in the extreme to be doing that. And I cannot thank all of the mentors and all the rest of you that are here today, here supporting us. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Jeez, I need steps to get up on that thing. One of the great things about startups is t-shirts. When you spill mustard on your regular shirt, you get a t-shirt from one of the startups. It just so happened to be the one that I happen to be introducing today. My name's Brad Dupe. I'm one of the mentors in the group. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I am a massive consumer of travel-related items, everything from airplanes to hotels to ancillaries. And I gotta say this, as a consumer, I'm not from the travel industry. But I am a startup guy, and I do understand what consumers' needs are. And I must say this, I'm going to talk about it and introduce a particular company, but I got to say I've worked with every single one in this particular cohort, and I am super proud of them all. So just a quick congratulations. It's amazing to see what they have gone through. It really is. The reason I wanted to be involved with this particular organization was this. Big companies don't regularly innovate. We're all in technology. We focus on a lot of companies who happen to have an innovative bone, right? Google, Apple, blah, 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 the whole alphabet. No pun intended, I guess. Right? The point is, we're like, we're myopic in that view. We see that. But what was so great about being involved with Travelport was, this is a traditional company who's been in business for many, 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 many years, who decided to invest time, energy, and money into us. How many of you are in startups in this room? Okay. Ultimately, big companies don't invest in this stuff, and so Travelport did. I'm like, I gotta see this. This is incredible, and it's been a great experience. Let me talk about the team I'm about to introduce. The two folks who got together have very complementary skills. One is an industry veteran who managed some large partnerships for bookings.com. Everybody's familiar with that. And the other is a very well-respected local developer in the Boulder area. These guys, here's the best part about it, and I'll leave it to this. It's hard. Startups are hard, okay? 16 weeks to figure some shit out and get it done is like not a big window. Well, guess what? When you pivot in the middle of that 16 weeks, over the holidays, 16 shrinks down to more like 9, right? Because you can't talk to your customers. You can't, in the travel industry, I mean, they're busy. This is a big season for them. Well, these guys figured out and grounded out. I mean, the word grinder, right? I think it epitomizes what the folks, well, not that grinder, backing up. With that, here's Here's one of the founders of Stay Delightful.
You handle it.
Where do I go with that? All right. I'm going to try not to laugh. That was funny. Thank you all for coming. Convenience and speed are at the heart of great customer service. When you hail a car, your experience with the driver is quick and simple. Yet the hotel industry, which prides itself on providing great customer service, has been sending the same confirmation email since the 90s. Think about that. It's ridiculous that your $10 car ride takes only a couple minutes to appear to your front door. Yet to reach a hotel, you have to dig through your inbox, find that confirmation email, find a number of the hotel buried at the bottom of the email, call the hotel, and guess what happens? You have to wait on hold. And all you wanted to do was to ask for a crib. Now, experiences like this lead to bad reviews, and reviews actually matter a ton for hotels. Each guest reads about 6 to 12 reviews before booking a hotel. And a drop of 1-star rating in a 5-star rating system means that the hotel has to lower its price by at least 10% just to have a shot at maintaining the same occupancy level. It's frustrating when you have bad experience like this, and that ends today. Hi, my name is Jonathan Lee, CEO of Stay Delightful. Our mission is simple, is to help hotels and service providers delight their guests and delight their customers. Industry research shows that about 80% of hotel guests would rather text than wait in line. Yet, they don't want to have to download another app to do this. Because the reality is that we only use about 10% of the apps that we ever download. Which is why we started Stay Delightful as a web platform for hotels to use to connect with guests regardless of what platform they're on. Text, Messenger, WeChat, or whatever other popular chat application that's on their device. And using Stay Delightful, hotels can receive glowing reviews by serving their guests quickly, and also create ancillary revenue generation opportunities. So in an age of instant communication, a hotel without a proper messaging channel is like a two-legged stool. It will fall. So let me show you how it works. The day before you check into a hotel, you receive a message from the hotel asking how they can prepare for your stay, whether you need something specific. Now, the day of your stay, when you get to the airport, the hotel sends a message asking if you need help with ground transportation. Not only is this a moment of delight for the guest, but it's also an ancillary revenue generation opportunity for the hotel. Now, when you get to the hotel, you'll receive perhaps the most important message of that stay. You get your Wi-Fi code, right? And 2 hours before happy hour, you receive a text with a coupon for a free drink at the hotel bar. Again, another point of delight, and also another opportunity for the hotel to generate ancillary revenue. The day of checkout, you receive your bill on your phone. So if you're a business traveler, you can make sure that you don't lose that bill so you can expense it properly. They also ask how your stay was, so that if anything was wrong, they could correct it before that bad review, ends up online. Service used to be considered a cost center. With Stay Delightful, it becomes a profit center. And unlike other solutions out there, we don't just help with guest to staff messaging. We actually help staff to communicate with each other, helping them to get rid of sticky notes and walkie-talkies, and track everything down to the last second so that nothing falls through the cracks. Our competitive advantage is that we turn interactions into actionable recommendations. We turn conversations into visual data so that a busy hotelier can tell within seconds what is happening on their property, from most frequent complaints, praises, to which employees are doing a great job and which employees need additional training. Now, considering that millennials are mobile first and they read or they're on review sites more than any other generation, and as their income grows and they travel more, our opportunity in this space will continue to grow. Last year, the US hotel industry generated revenue of $189 billion, with 3 to 6% of that going towards technology spending. The top 3 items that they spent money on were digital consumer engagement, business and customer analytics,
and employee productivity, all of which we cover with our platform. And the great thing is that the monthly service fee we charge based on the number of rooms is included in that 3 to 6% budget. Now to start, we'll target the $46 billion US independent hotel industry because they need our help the most. Most of them lack the means to implement sophisticated solutions, such as the one that we're building. Then we'll expand into the European market, because in Europe, independent hotels make up the majority of hotels. Now, to reach the 2.5 million rooms across independent hotels in the US and Europe, we'll partner with property management systems and central reservation systems. And this isn't just all theory. We're actually in conversation right now with a leading central reservation system, such that when we have fully integrated with them, our solution will be available to over 2,000 hotels in the US. And we're just getting started. In just last month, we went live with 2 properties, and we're in conversation with a leading luxury independent hotel management firm. And when we're fully activated across these 3 hotel groups, our solution will be available to over 215,000 guests over the course of the next 12 months. Cool thing is that our solution isn't just contained to hotels. Our big, hairy, audacious goal is to completely own the business-to-consumer engagement space and bring delightful experience everywhere from airports to high-end retail. In fact, just before getting on stage, I received a call from a president of a large spa chain, and they want to go live with us. And we have the perfect team to do this. My co-founder, Vinny, who's driving the slides, has been working as a developer for 16 years, mostly at startups. He knows firsthand how much work and dedication it takes to start a company. As for myself, having worked at a hotel and at startups in San Francisco with exits, and most recently working at Booking.com leading business deals, I know this space and I am passionate about this space. We're also fortunate enough to have great advisors and investors, such as Ron, who worked at McKinsey as a travel specialist and is a startup founder of a travel company and was an executive at Booking.com. So, if you are as excited about this space as we are, and if you would like to join us on our journey as we ramp up and roll out with 20 more properties in the next couple months, please send us a text with your name and number. With that text, delight to 415-200-3696. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Judah Music. I am the CEO of Taggable for Travel. Last class, we learned that the travel industry just in the US is spending $5.5 billion on advertising. Of that, $2.4 billion is going to Google, just Google. And that money's being spent driving traffic to pages that are plain text. Can you imagine? These travel products that go to beautiful destinations are plain text. So what happens? The traveler gets there, they don't even read. So what they do is they start looking for content. They go to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TripAdvisor, Google Image Search. And as a result, the bounce rate is really high and the conversion rate is really low. So what we built was a product that would analyze that text, automatically make the keywords in that interactive, provide a tooltip on hover, and then a media player that showed content that looks like this. It would show the traveler what the destination looked like, and would engage them on the page, and it would inspire them to travel with that company. So we've built that out. It works across desktop, mobile, and we've been busy. We've been adding a lot of customers to our deck, and so we actually have an update to show you guys. We've built a VR product that is web-enabled. So all of the content will be available in VR natively simply by turning your phone sideways. So this works on our customer sites right out of the box, and it's really amazing. The calls to action, it's fully branded. The keyword that you're on is up top, and the next keyword on the page is down below. People can stay immersed and be engaged with what it looks like to go to Buenos Aires in this case. So we're also excited to say it works. Last time we didn't have any data. We weren't even installed on any travel sites. And so since then, we're installed on a lot of pages, a lot of product pages. And best of all is that it works, right? So we've seen a 24, now closer to 30% increase in user engagement.
So users are engaging with the content. We're keeping people on travel sites 65% longer than they were without this content. And most importantly, because it's how travel companies make their money, we've seen a click-through rate increase of 325%. So. As a result of the VR and the fact that it works, we've been invited pretty much constantly, monthly, to go speak at events. The big one was Focusrite. I saw a lot of you guys. We were on the big stage at Focusrite in November. We've been invited to, we spoke at eTourism Summit. We went out to Florida and spoke at Visit Florida. And we've partnered with Virtuoso. Virtuoso is a luxury travel agency, and we're working with all their members. So where are we at? So far, we've analyzed 61,000 keywords and associated content to a lot of them. We're live on 287 pages. So we're pretty proud about that. We have 4,538 keywords live on customer pages, and we're growing really fast. So we've partnered with a company called Cloud Factory to scale the curation of these keywords. Our goal is to have 2.5 million keywords curated as fast as possible. That's basically the whole world, so that we can sell faster and deliver our product quicker to our customers. Taggable for travel, we are looking for investors, partners, and customers. Judah@taggable.com. Thank you very much.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mims Wright. I live in Boulder, and I own a company called Black & Wright. We're a travel advisory firm, and we do technology, business, startups, and I'm here tonight to introduce CAPE. We've seen a lot of startups over the last 15 years, and when I met Lyle Jover, the CEO, and he just calmly told me about his idea, I thought, oh my gosh, this is actually good. This is really good. So I got on the phone, and I called my partner, Susan Black, and I said, guess what I just heard? She went, oh my gosh, that's really good. So I've been calling people ever since saying, you just got to see what this guy's doing. Now, Lyle asked me to be vague because I'm saving it for him. But I've got to tell you, I've really been impressed with the way he thinks big, but he pays attention to the details. I remember when I guess we all put on a towel and played like we were Superman at one point in time. Put a cape on, ran around the house, but we didn't think about the details like floor lamps and furniture and things like that. But big ideas need details, and Lyle is amazing. And I also want to say, like Brad, we've been working with all these groups. This has really been inspiring for us as much as anything I've ever done professionally. So with that, I want you to put on your seatbelts, and I'll introduce you to Lyle Jover.
Thank you, Mims. Okay, there are two types of people who fly. People like me who are lucky enough to grow up as a child of an airline employee, and everybody else who chose the wrong parents. As a child of an airline employee, I always had access to fly on standby my entire life. And this means I was getting tickets 50 to 75% off the regular rates. Unfortunately, but as I got older, this became my ticket to travel the world. Unfortunately, though, not all of my friends are lucky enough to join me on these adventures. And it's not because the planes are full. In fact, every month, approximately 20 million airline seats go unsold. They just couldn't afford the tickets. So how on earth could there be so many empty seats when a lot of us could only dream of traveling? Hi, my name is Lyle. I'm the CEO and co-founder of CAPE. We're making it possible for regular travelers to fly on standby, even if they're not airline employees. And this isn't just a pipeline dream. I'm very excited and proud to announce today that we have 2 airline partners who have already agreed to turn over to us 200,000 unsold seats each month. And just to give you an idea how many unsold seats are available out there, 20% of airline seats fly empty. Airlines are losing $84 billion worth of potential revenue each year. And it's not because they're bad at their jobs. In fact, airline revenue managers are incredibly smart people with sophisticated algorithms, forecasting tools, and highly optimized sales channels. But even after all that, there are unavoidable sales, operations, and marketing challenges that lead them to empty seats. For them, having 20% unsold capacity is a fact of life. There are two good reasons why airlines can sell these themselves. First, it requires technology that they just don't have right now. Existing platforms today doesn't have the capability to cater standby tickets. And second, they have to target new customers, not the ones that they're already trying to sell to. At Cape, we work with airlines after they have already exhausted all their sales channels to maximize revenue when these seats are all considered expired. We help them tap to an entirely new customer segment, last-minute travelers who would otherwise not travel at all. And don't get me wrong, revenue managers, they don't care if their planes are full or not. What matters to them, if they're maximizing revenue for every flight. And this is why we're best friends with revenue managers. Because we're not cannibalizing their existing market, but rather we help them grow their revenue. And we do this by selling standby tickets on an entirely separate channel. And to strengthen that further, we give airlines full control of all their inventory on our platform, including algorithms and rules that they use to set availability and pricing. Our focus are price-sensitive leisure travelers, people who might be visiting family, or maybe you got the chance to go on a last-minute trip with a friend, or maybe you just have the itch to travel after a long week at work. Here's how it works for the traveler. As a member of Cape, you have the ability to search open flights for the next 7 days. And after you have selected your flight, you'd instantly see your odds of boarding. And if you're not happy with it, you could always up your chances through bids. And at the 24-hour mark before departure, all remaining available seats are confirmed to the highest bidders, and it's only then that we charge their credit cards. Our business model is pretty simple. Revenue managers simply assign the lowest fare for every flight for a given route. We just mark those up and split the revenues coming from the bids. To make this work, there are two things. For the airline side, we already got 2 partners who are actively working with us, and we're very excited to continue expanding upon that. And for the traveler side, we knew that we had to gauge their willingness to fly on standby. So after spending only $300 in a span of 9 weeks, we've reached 15,000 people signed up on our wait list. %70 was coming from referrals, and that was even before we've launched our private beta 2 weeks ago. All this wouldn't be possible without an amazing team. We are experienced startup founders and tech entrepreneurs who have worked on huge enterprise projects in the past, and collectively, the team has over 30 years' experience in airline revenue management and travel marketing. If you're as excited as we are in helping new travelers see the world and bringing a huge new revenue source for the airlines, I'd love to talk. And we're Cape because when we were kids, a cape was all we needed to fly. Thank you.
My favorite part of the program would be the environment that we're put in. We're surrounded by mentors, other startups, awesome staff, and that gives you the pressure to improve and push yourself and get to the next level.
My favorite part of the Accelerator has also been my least favorite part, but it worked out pretty well in the end. Is that we had a pivot. Being part of this program has taught me to be resilient and not give up. And that pivot is a natural part of many startups. So yeah.
Aspects of this program has been confirming the value of lean methods and lean development. So what this has done for me is it's just proven out the method, and it motivates me to really continue to engage and be a change agent.
Our network now is way more amazing than we had before when we were in Montreal. There's just so much mentors, so much investor. Travelport have been able to put us in touch with all of those people and all their touch, and they've been really helpful with their advice so far. So we've been really lucky to meet them.
It's just, yeah, the support's been great. We immediately became close and very good friends with the staff and fellow entrepreneurs in this program.
We really like our experience here at Travelport. The entire program, the people, the vibe has been amazing. Especially when you see people, how hard they work. You get to kind of drawn into it and maybe work harder than them. And especially whenever we encounter challenges, there's always help that comes. And which normally, if we're not in the program, takes weeks or days, but here you get those help immediately, which led our company to move and progress forward even faster than normal.
Thanks, guys. Tonight is about the startups and about the founders, and I want to borrow just a little bit of that limelight, if I could, real quick, to recognize a few people who make this program happen. Rich Grote, I don't know where you are. Where are you? Rich Grote, come on up, man. Come on up. So, Rich joined us a year and a half-ish ago, 2 years in May, and completely changed the program for us. I mean, he's an invaluable asset. Love you, man. Love having you on the team. Stay put, don't go anywhere. Hannah Drain. So Hannah came to us very, very recently. Hannah made everything you see here happen tonight, and she does that on an everyday basis. So Hannah's a program director and just rocks it. Nicole Shepard. Where's Nicole? Oh, Nicole's way back there. No, come on up. Nicole Shepard is one of our two CX folks, customer experience with a design background. Nicole does all the design of slides, helps people design their value propositions, helps design customer experience, and she's a huge asset to the program. Cami Steinhoff, also one of our CX experts. Cami's invaluable in designing experiments, making the teams be truthful about what they're measuring and whether they're really doing a good job of validating the market. Thank you, Cami. And last but not least, Brittany Bach. Where's Brittany? Brittany works tirelessly behind the scenes. She's doing all of our comms. She's effectively our entire marketing department. So thank you very much, Brittany. Brittany's been with us about a year, 2 years? Year plus. All right, it seems like 2 years, man. Probably seems like more for you. Jason Nash, who was up here before, Jason is our executive support, and he helps us win over the folks back in the home office who occasionally think we are insane for wanting to do this. He helps keep the money coming and managing the folks who keep the budget flowing. Thank you, Jason. Come on up.
All right, it's my turn. Because I'm the newest employee, I get to talk next. So first, I want to say two quick things. The first is thank you to all of the startups who have participated in our program. There's not a ton of info out there on us. We're a quiet program, and the fact that you trusted us with your business and your dream is truly incredible and ridiculously inspiring. So thank you tremendously for trusting this group of people with your dreams. And the second thing I want to say is congratulations. The evolution of your business is incredible. Let's give these teams another round of applause. I've said this all along, but y'all kick ass. So with that, I would like to bring Rich to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you. So teams, the founders are the heart of the program, and they're the heart of really any sort of an accelerator that's worth its weight. It is the reason why everybody shows up. It's the reason why everybody decides to work long hours and give first. So first of all, amazing job. I've seen you all transform and come up to the plate and just knock it out. That's fantastic. That doesn't happen because of us, only us. There are over 100 mentors from inside and especially outside of Travelport who show up, who are on the phone with you every week, who when you get what looks like a great offer for an investor, we say, oh God, no. And you don't listen to me anymore because I'm your mom. You listen to the mentors that I put you on the phone with who are ready to respond in 5 minutes. These are mentors who have way more experience than I do, who have started companies, who have had exits, who have got investments, who have been through the pains that you're about to be through, and are trying to keep you away from that edge and trying to save you weeks and weeks and months by consolidating their experience into something that will make it so that what was for us years of experience turns into a phone call. These are people who are fantastic. I'm looking at all you right now. A lot of you did intros, and a lot of you folks are in the room. I got to say, it's not possible without you, and it's not possible without your give first attitude. And thank you so much. You have changed the lives of all these entrepreneurs. I also want to do a big shout out to some of our mentors who are also here because they're partners. People from KKO, people from Cooley, people from SendGrid, and folks from IBM who have given of their time, of their heart, and also given some pretty amazing perks to the teams because they understand how hard it is to do a startup and how much it means to these founders to give to them before anybody else does. Fantastic. Oh yeah,
That's my favorite line, bars open. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate you coming out. Thank you.